In this video, we'll discuss 12 things that the American middle class can no longer afford. So let's get started.
As of 2021, approximately 27 million individuals in the United States remained uninsured. The cost of healthcare in the country continues to skyrocket year after year, making it challenging for middle-class and upper-middle-class households to afford necessary medical care. Typically, employers contribute a portion towards health insurance premiums, leaving employees responsible for the remaining monthly costs. While some employers cover the entire premium, others contribute a percentage. These insurance plans then cover a significant portion of incurred medical expenses. Cheaper plans offer limited coverage, while more expensive plans provide broader coverage. Individuals often face substantial medical debt when they opt for the most affordable or no coverage at all. Wilder-Feaster arrangements for preschoolers differ across states, with an average cost of approximately $1,800 per month. This price range often makes preschool unaffordable for middle-class families. One alternative for these families is to consider Unitarian Universalist schools, where fees average around $300 per month. These schools welcome individuals from diverse backgrounds, including agnostics, pagans, Christians, Buddhists, atheists, humanists, Jewish, and Hindus. They prioritize teaching without religious doctrine and uphold the principle of recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every person. Another option is to explore preschools that provide scholarships. Many expensive preschools have funds available to accommodate children from lower-income families, but it is necessary to inquire about these opportunities. Keep in mind that the waiting list for scholarships can be lengthy due to the increasing number of applicants. Affording a home has become increasingly challenging for many American households, influenced by various factors, including inflation. Rising living costs have made it difficult for individuals to save enough for a down payment. Some who secure mortgages end up with homes beyond their financial means or in unfavorable locations. Despite diligent efforts, ongoing financial hardships hinder their ability to find suitable homes. While blaming the baby boomer generation for this crisis may seem simplistic, inflation has significantly impacted the housing market. Without addressing these issues, many American households will continue to face obstacles in achieving their homeownership dreams. For many years, having two cars has been a sign of middle-class affluence, but it's currently just a distant fantasy for the typical American family. The typical monthly payment for a new car has increased to a record $777. According to Kelley Blue Book, almost a sixth of U.S. households' median after-tax income. Even used car payments now average $544 per month. The affordability dilemma is not limited to the U.S. Price hikes for cars are also being seen in Europe and Asia. Companies like Ford and General Motors have made significant profits thanks to the auto industry's new strategy of maintaining low inventories and high prices. Owning two cars, like owning a home or paying for college, is becoming a luxury reserved for the wealthy due to rising interest rates. The nation's household debt has surged to a staggering $16.9 trillion, experiencing a $2.75 trillion increase since 2019, according to the Federal Reserve. To provide some perspective, writing a check for this amount would require a daunting figure of $16.96 trillion. As the cost of living continues to rise due to inflation, it comes as no surprise that average consumer debt in the United States is on the upswing. However, several factors come into play when considering who is most likely to accumulate debt, and conversely, who is most likely to overcome it. Age, income, ethnicity, family type, and education all contribute to this dynamic. Nevertheless, it is worth noting that debt risk is not solely determined by demographics alone. In a survey of 2,000 adults, over 50% expressed doubt regarding their ability to afford a vacation this year due to rising costs. Among them, 58% had been diligently saving and allocating more funds to fulfill their vacation dreams. To work within a smaller budget, 1 in 3 individuals preferred scaling back their vacation plans. However, 56% of Americans successfully planned a vacation within their reduced budget. To reduce expenses, vacationers aim to spend less on attractions, accommodations, and clothing. Additionally, nearly 58% plan to vacation closer to home to avoid increasing gas prices. Nonetheless, visiting restaurants, exploring free attractions, and traveling by vehicle remained essential components of the vacation, according to the surveyed individuals. Concerts have always come with a hefty price tag, and unfortunately, they are becoming even more expensive. In recent years, the cost of attending live music events has significantly surged. With the overall cost of living on the rise, many fans are finding it increasingly difficult to justify spending their hard-earned money on concert tickets. Notably, Best Ticket, a prominent live music community, has observed a growing number of customers resorting to payment plans to secure their festival tickets and travel accommodations. Despite this, bands are investing 3 times more in event packages compared to 3 years ago. As concert expenses continue to soar, it is becoming harder for Americans to justify splurging on a night out to experience their favorite artists live. Sports play a vital role in American culture, drawing in countless fans who eagerly gather annually in stadiums and arenas to passionately support their favorite teams. Yet the affordability of attending these events has become a growing concern, mainly due to rising costs accentuated by inflation. A recent study disclosed that the average price of an NFL ticket has surged over 50% in the last decade. While some fans resort to alternative options like streaming games or watching at local bars, they still miss the electric atmosphere of stadiums and arenas. Without measures addressing escalating costs and inflation, many American sports enthusiasts will likely continue to encounter challenges in affording tickets to their beloved sporting events. Inflation is forcing American households to reconsider their payment methods as the increasing cost of living makes cash payments more challenging. According to a recent Bankrate report, 46% of credit card holders now carry debt from month to month, up from 39% last year. This indicates a growing reliance on credit to cover expenses, leading to potential issues with higher interest rates and financial hardships in the future. Inflation's impact is widespread, affecting groceries, gas, and everyday expenditures. As prices continue to surge, individuals are finding it increasingly difficult to meet their financial obligations. With more Americans resorting to credit cards for purchases, there's a mounting concern regarding the long-term financial consequences of inflation. With summer approaching, many Americans eagerly anticipate indulging in retail therapy at shopping malls. However, the escalating cost of living poses a hindrance to their desires. Inflation's surge in the past year has made it increasingly challenging for households to meet their basic needs, let alone engage in discretionary spending like purchasing clothing, accessories, and home decor. A recent survey reveals that almost half of all Americans are curtailing their expenses due to inflation. This includes cutting back on discretionary spending such as dining out, entertainment, and naturally, shopping. In fact, numerous individuals find themselves unable to afford a shopping spree like they once could. Achieving a comfortable middle-class lifestyle in America has long been an aspiration for individuals and families. However, the relentless increase in inflation is making it increasingly arduous to sustain that desired standard of living. Presently, living a middle-class life in a major city costs $350,000 or more per year. Many individuals find themselves living paycheck to paycheck, often sacrificing necessary medical care or delaying retirement to cover basic expenses. This indicates an alarming surge in the costs of essential necessities such as housing, groceries, healthcare, and education, leaving the average American struggling to keep pace. With stagnant wages, numerous families are facing immense challenges in making ends meet, let alone attaining financial security and stability. As inflation rates continue to surge, saving money has become increasingly challenging for many Americans, especially when it comes to emergency savings. According to the annual Emergency Fund Report by Bankrate, more than two-thirds of Americans express concerns about being unable to cover their living expenses for just 1 month if they were to lose their primary source of income. Additionally, over half of U.S. adults would be unable to afford a $1,000 emergency expense. With inflation driving prices higher, salaries often fail to keep up with the rising cost of living. Consequently, numerous individuals find themselves struggling to save money, let alone establish a financial safety net to protect against unforeseen circumstances. In conclusion, we've uncovered the burden of rising costs and inflation on the American middle class. We want to hear from you. Share your experiences and ideas on tackling this challenge in the comments below. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Let's make a difference together. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for our next video.